Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Absolutely Podcast, the podcast specifically designed to help women defeat diet culture and live their dream healthy lifestyle. Today's episode, I'm going to be talking about how to get your dream body in just 30 minutes a day. And you might be thinking to yourself, this is impossible. But let me just tell you, most of my clients are not spending hours a day in the gym or even hours a day in the week, and they are still getting great results. And a lot of it comes down to nutrition and other habits and looking at the things in your life that you actually should just be doing less of. So, therefore, you save time and are able to get to that dream body. So, I'm going to be breaking down the workouts you can do, the nutrition things you can do, and the other lifestyle things you can do that take virtually no time and aid in your health and fitness goals. Because the number one thing I hear from women that are failing to start their fitness journey is because they just don't have enough time in the day, or they claim they don't have enough time in the day to get to their goals. But what I tell them is, okay, look at your screen time. Look at the things that you are doing that maybe you could allocate to your health. Or, like, hey, do you just have maybe 20 to 30 minutes a day to focus on this goal? And that is enough. I have a couple of clients that are working out 20 minutes a day, 20, and are making great progress. I have one that I did her check in this morning, and she's already down like 5, 6 pounds in just a few weeks of working with me doing 20-minute workouts. And it is possible 100%, especially if you stop letting time be the main thing that is distracting you and causing you not to work towards your goals because you think you don't have enough time, when in reality, you do have enough time, and you just have to use your time wisely in the things you are doing to make that progress. So that's what I'm going to be talking about today. But before I do that, just a reminder that my biggest sale of the year, and only sale of the year, I should say, my Black Friday sale is going on right now, and I am giving 20% off to all of my signature metabolic makeover programs. And if you know, this is literally such a steal because you will get my one-to-one coaching for 20% off, plus a couple of other bonuses, which is up to $1,000 in savings. And I just have 3 spots left for this. So at the time of this recording, I'm recording this on Thursday, November 14th. I have 3 spots left for this program. So I really want you to think about it, but not think about it too much because those spots will probably go pretty quickly here in the next couple of days. But I'm really excited for this deal, and I'm hoping that a couple of women will come and sign up and I can help them transform your body for the rest of the year and into 2025. So anyways, let's get into this episode. I'm going to kind of try to rapid fire these things off in just the spirit of trying to save some time over here on this episode. So dream body for 30 minutes a day. So what I recommend for women that are bare minimum, they want to change their body, but they don't have enough time, is to work out 3 times per week, focusing on strength training. And this is more than enough to be effective if you do 3 30-minute strength training workouts a week and you are doing specific programming that is advantageous towards building muscle. You are going to see great results in body composition change. 3 30-minute workouts. I'm sure you're watching more Netflix than that, right? So what I would do is do 1 upper body day, 1 lower body day, and then 1 full body day. That is probably what I would recommend, and trying to space them out, maybe like a Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or Monday, Thursday, Saturday, or even doing 1 Saturday and Sunday and then doing another one during the week. Especially if you don't have time during the week, maybe you have a job that is very demanding, especially during the week. Allow yourself to go get a workout in on the weekends. I know a lot of people think, oh, I don't want to work out on the weekends. And then they end up just missing their workouts throughout the week and then missing their workouts on the weekend. So they just end up not working out at all. So if you are a person that can't work out during the week, do 2 workouts during the weekend. Like, that is way better than nothing. Honestly, this whole episode, I'm going to be saying something is better than nothing because it truly is. And a lot of times we think, oh, I don't have the time, but you do have 5-10 minute pockets throughout the day that maybe you just sit and scroll on TikTok. And, there's nothing wrong with that necessarily, but instead, scroll on TikTok and take a couple laps around your office. Like, that is an option. That is something that you can do. Or instead of taking those 5 minutes to do something that isn't productive, like call your mom and walk up and down the stairs, or walk to the water fountain, or do something like that. Like, it is so important to recognize that doing things just 5 to 10 minutes throughout the day adds up. Think about if you just spent like the 3 5 minute breaks that you had throughout the day doing something that was active or productive towards your mental and physical health, how much you'd be able to change over the course of a week or a month or a year. It is really staggering that we don't use those to your advantage. And it's just all about awareness. It's about awareness with those 5 to 10 minute pockets throughout the day. Even just driving to Target, instead of parking in the front and getting that princess parking, park in the back. That takes an extra 30 seconds and you get extra steps in. Like, those little things throughout the day add up. But going back to the workouts, working out 3 times a week for 30 minutes a day is going to 100% deliver you results. And it only takes 30 minutes, right? So 90 minutes a week working out, and you get more lean, you get toned, and it's also really great for your mental health and just overall well-being. The next thing that we can do is walk on the days that you aren't strength training. Ideally, for my clients, I try to have them hit at least 6,000 steps per day. So if you are a person that you're like, I cannot get my steps in, what I would do is on the days that you're not strength training, so 4 out of the 7 days per week, because you're doing the strength training the other 3 days, do a 30-minute walk. Go outside, get on the treadmill, watch a show, whatever you got to do. That will really help with your cardiovascular fitness and just overall getting your steps in. Walks are amazing for you, not only mentally, but physically as well. And I know sometimes you feel like, oh, I'm not doing anything if I'm doing a walk, but it really does go a long way, especially if you're doing nothing right now. But if you're a person that on those those days that you are doing your strength training workouts that you can't get steps in, what I would do is really focus on getting up and getting moving throughout the day. Like I said, if that's setting a timer at your desk job and just walking to the bathroom, if that is just getting up every single hour and taking a lap around your desk, like, yes, you could look like a weirdo, but you know what? You're getting your blood flow in, you're getting your movement in, and or you go to the grocery store on those days. On the days that I know I'm going to have lower steps, I will clean my apartment. I'll do laundry. I'll take my dog on just an extra little loop. Like, those little moments throughout the day add up so big. And if you can build those awareness times on the days you're working out, and that way you're not spending any extra time necessarily getting your steps in, you're going to start to do that all even on the days that you are getting walks in. So I really, really, really recommend just building that awareness on the days you're working out to get steps in, because you don't want to be an active couch potato. Yes, your 30-minute workout is great, but you don't want to just sit the whole rest of the day. Your body doesn't like that. We are not meant to be sitting at desks for our entire lives. We're meant to be up, moving, breathing creatures. And if we're not getting up and having that awareness, you're not going to feel your best. And you'll probably notice a difference in your productivity, your mental health, how you show up as a wife, a mom, a sister, a daughter, a friend, all of those things if you do get more movement in throughout the day. The next thing that we can do is, and that takes no extra time, is making one meal and then prepping it for the rest of the week or for the next couple of days. So whenever I'm making a meal for myself, I am normally prepping that for the next couple of days. And this way I'm not taking any extra time out of my day. Like, I already needed to make food for myself. And now I've made 2 to 3 more meals for that week for myself. So I'm not taking any extra time. I'm literally just making one meal and then making like 3 of them instead. So I don't even call it meal prep. I just am making one meal that's big and then I divide it up. And so, like, it's not even meal prep. It doesn't take me any extra time. I find that women get really caught up in like, oh, I need to reserve 45 minutes to an hour of meal prep time. And then it just causes them to just like kind of go into this just mental state of freeze, because they're thinking about, oh my gosh, I need to have all these little containers and I need to prep my meals, and I'm not. Like, and then they're just thinking about all the logistics of it, and it's just a lot of admin. So instead, what I recommend to do is just focus on making one meal, if that's breakfast, lunch, or dinner, and making a few more of it. Even if it is just grilling a couple of extra breasts of chicken, like, you're already going to be grilling, you might as well grill a few extra, right? Like, there's nothing wrong with that. Put some food in the crock pot. That takes literally no extra time. You come home from work and your crock pot meal is done. You got to be smart with the time that you do have, and you don't need to be spending hours chopping up all these tiny little vegetables and doing this crazy Pinterest recipe. Like, make something simple. The thing I've been doing this week that has been so just time saving for me, and I made a TikTok about this and I'm getting a lot of hate on, because apparently separating the light meat from the dark meat on the rotisserie chicken is like a cardinal sin. But anyways, I bought a rotisserie chicken from Costco. $5 for this rotisserie chicken. Okay. I shredded it all up, put it into meal prep containers, and I literally have had chicken for the rest of the week, and I've been eating that for lunch and dinner, honestly, a lot of the days, and then just pairing it with a carb and a vegetable. And what I've been doing is I just made a ton of pasta, and I've been having that every single day. I made it once, I've had it for the rest of the week. So easy. So these things do not need to take extra time. Just do it the one time you're doing it and make it for the rest of the week, or make a crock pot, have some meal delivery services, whatever you can do to offload that and not think about it for the rest of the week, do it. So that's my biggest nutrition one. The other thing I want you to think of is think about the things that you can subtract from your life. It's not always about like adding in, I need to add in this workout, I need to add in this steps, I need to add in this meal prep, I need to add in whatever. Think about the things that are not serving you that you can do less of. So is that screen time? Look at your screen time. Are you spending 10 hours on TikTok a day? I hope not. But are you spending 2-3 hours on social media per day? Like that could be done on the treadmill. Think about how much fitness progress you could make if you were doing that screen time only on the treadmill. I think it's pretty staggering there. So screen time, and I always just bring up screen time because a lot of people don't even recognize that they are doing it. Another thing, drinking alcohol, subtracting that will eliminate so many calories, so many workouts missed in the morning, so much bad nights of sleep, right? Like that's something that is not good for you that you can subtract, or at least like do less in your life. Maybe you're drinking every single night. So instead, maybe have 2 drinks a night or 1 drink a night, or maybe start just drinking 3 days of the week, right? Like those things you're just subtracting. It doesn't take any extra time out of your day, but you're going to see results from not doing those things. Another thing is fast food. Like maybe you're going and getting Wendy's every single day. Like that is going to be something that causes you to not feel good. If you're going to get Taco Bell in the morning on your way to work, like that's probably not going to make you feel great. And just by subtracting that and instead buying some egg white bites from Costco and having that instead, like that is going to make you feel a lot better. So think about the things that you can subtract that are not currently serving you in the way that your highest self and the healthiest version of yourself wants to be. Another thing that you can do is just like really sit down in your day and do an audit of what you are doing every single day. I know this sounds like kind of psychotic here, but there's going to be a lot of room for improvement there. Even when I'm doing a time audit of my day, I'm like, wow, I'm spending probably more time on my phone than I need to be doing that isn't work related. I am probably spending more time just like sitting there scrolling. I know I keep bringing up scrolling, but there are a ton of things that you can subtract from your life that are not serving you currently. And instead of thinking like, what can I do extra? Think about what you can swap. So one thing that I've been doing a lot of reflecting on lately is like, I'm just feeling a little bit just kind of blah in my fitness routine. So what I was thinking of is how can you make what you're doing right now and just make healthier swaps? So for instance, I have been, just eating more whole foods. Like I was eating before, but maybe like I was having a little bit more processed food. So I just swapped that for more whole foods. And that is something that has been making me feel really good. So like even just making small swaps of how can I maybe go from less processed food to more whole foods? How can I go from maybe being on your phone and just scrolling or watching a show on Netflix to watching a show on Netflix and being on your walking pad or being on your bike or doing those things at the gym? Like those are great ways that you're not spending any extra time. You're actually giving yourself time back doing things that are more productive to the future version of you. Another thing that is going to give you more time back is sleeping at night, 7 to 9 hours. And I know this might sound weird, like how does sleep give me my time back? Like I'm losing time by sleeping, but you're going to be more productive throughout the day. You're probably going to get your work done faster. You're going to be more efficient with cleaning your house, being a mom, doing your kids' homework, whatever you have to do. And it's going to make you just overall function a lot better throughout the day. So that way you are being more efficient with the time that you do have. For me, I find I'm not productive if I just say, hey, I need to work from 9 to 5, and I give myself so much time in the day to do my client check-ins, to do my marketing, to do whatever. Like I'm giving myself way too much time. So giving myself the structure and having a good amount of sleep going into the day and being able to just power through things, I find I I work a lot better in that aspect. So if you do have a flexible schedule, or maybe you're a stay-at-home mom or something that does kind of tend to be like pushing tasks off throughout the day, like give yourself a set amount of time to do those things. That way you do have more time to focus on your health and fitness. And sleep is going to be the cornerstone, because if you don't have the energy to go throughout the day, it's going to be really hard to be productive and to be that mom person that you need to show up as 100%. One last thing, and I'm sure there's more things that we can do that are not time related or don't add any extra time to your day, but a big thing is just drinking enough water. So what I want you to do is divide your weight in half. So if you weigh 200 pounds, 100 ounces of water is what I want you to shoot for, at least. If you're more active, I would shoot for a little bit more than that. I actually like to have like a gallon of water per day. I just find that I like that amount for me. But that is something that doesn't take any extra time. Like, does sitting at your desk and sipping on water take any time? No. So that's where it goes back to, like, time is not an excuse. You can sit at your desk and drink water. That is not that there's no excuse for that, right? Drinking water, getting enough sleep in, making multiple meals, just doing a 30-minute workout 3 times a week. Like, these things are not a huge ask, especially when you're looking at your life as a whole. And like, do you want to be healthy long term? Do you want to be able to show up as the person that you want to be? Do you want to be here for a long time? Okay. And it really comes down to just a small amount of time per day, and really asking yourself, what are the things I can subtract from the time I am giving to you right now? Because I guarantee you're giving your time to things that do not matter. If that's toxic friendships, relationships, something that you really need to focus more on yourself and could be focusing less on these things that are not serving you, is definitely very important and a hard conversation to have with yourself and maybe others as well, right? When you're becoming the better version of you, it's going to take sacrifices. You might have to turn down a happy hour to get a workout in. And you know what? Like, that might happen sometimes. And I'm not going to lie about that. It does take a sacrifice. But when you are thinking about where you want to be in 5, 10, 20 years with your health, it really comes down to what you are doing right now. And that's why I'm giving you a 30-minute blueprint of the day, because you can do this in 30 minutes a day. You don't need to think about, I need to be doing 2-3 hour workouts per day. That is so unrealistic and toxic that I'm just sad that the fitness industry has even perpetuated that idea. You don't need that. You need to be looking at what you're doing currently and taking some of those things out and then adding in better things for you. And that could look like 30 minutes to an hour per day, tops. So that is my whole episode for today. I hope you all enjoyed. Again, reminder, Black Friday sale. I will put the link down below. But everyone have a good rest of your Thursday or whatever day you're listening to this. I forget that I'm podcasting on Thursday and releasing on Friday, but have a good rest of your day. And I will chat with you all next week. Bye.